Well, what animates my current research agenda is the subject of dynamic capabilities, which is essentially the set of organizational traits and capacities that undergird long-run competitive advantage. Clearly, innovation is a key part of that. Firms that exhibit dynamic capabilities are almost always highly innovative in one way or another. So I'm studying innovation, but in the context of strategic management, trying to connect innovation to competitive advantage in ways that it traditionally has not been in sort of classical strategy or classical industrial innovation. Well, first of all, I always distinguish between invention and innovation. And often the two get confused. Invention is simply the creation of new technical breakthroughs of one kind or another that have utility. Innovation is about that plus more, and the more is bringing it to market. Now, you can have innovation based on somebody else's technical inventions. And in fact, that's very common, and the open innovation framework sort of tends to take that as the main case, although it is a very big economic subject. I think even Adam Smith had 3 different definitions of value. But I think in the context here, we think about innovation as creating new value for the customer, or for the consumer, and then ultimately to the economy as well, because it improves economic welfare and societal welfare and all of that. So value in some fundamental sense is about what something is worth. Extra value or surplus value is what something is worth over and above the next best alternative. So when you're thinking about value and you're thinking about innovation, or the value of innovation, which is perhaps where your question goes, then I would tend to think the value of innovation is what it brings to the consumer and to society above, the next best. The most elegant piece of work that I've done is the Profiting from Innovation paper. And what that does, it actually has a predictive theory about when an innovator is likely to succeed in the marketplace with an innovation that we know has value to consumers, and when the follower or imitator is likely to succeed. So it's a fairly rigorous little framework that tells you that if you want to understand the difference between those that innovate and those that profit from innovation, you've got to look at appropriability, which is not just intellectual property, but the nature of knowledge and the ease of imitation. You've got to look at complementary assets and who owns them, because asset positioning impacts the distribution of rents, as the economists would say inside the industry. And you've got to look at timing as well. Whereabouts in the innovation cycle does one play?